back in the studio again doing a deep dive on the Texas criminal justice system. And right now we are talking about the certification hearing. And let me catch you up to speed. Juvenile justice focused on rehabilitation. The only time in our criminal justice system that we do that. That is because it's governed by the Texas Family Code and not the Texas Penal Code, except where those two cross paths. And that's in scenarios where there is a serious criminal offense, or you've got a repeat offender, and there's an escalation of offenses, and it's one of those scenarios where the state prosecutor's office has to make a call that they have to certify a case for that child offender to be tried in adult court, in the regular county or district court, where that case can be adjudicated just like an adult. And so that basically means any case that's not a misdemeanor, where the child is over the age of 14 and has committed a serious criminal offense. Capital murder, that's a murder that occurs in the commission of another felony. So a robbery, for example, robbery of a convenience store, gunfight, store clerk is murdered, that's capital murder. That's an offense that'll graduate you to big boy court or big girl court. Those type of offenses, those type of offenses are going to be dealt with almost uniformly through this certification process. They're going to graduate those child offenders to the big boy court or the big girl court. And like I said, this isn't going to happen in every case. In fact, it's not going to happen in many cases, but it's going to be in the most serious cases. Drug trafficking at a school, prior convictions of delinquency or findings of delinquency with escalating offenses, showing the court and the state prosecutor's office that this child offender is a danger to the citizens and the peace and dignity of the citizens of that county and of the state of Texas. So again, not going to happen in every case, but really any serious felony offense or state jail felony that occurs or that was committed or alleged to have been committed by any child over the age of 14 could be ripe for a certification and transfer to big boy court or big girl court. So scary stuff. And another thing that the state prosecutor's office has the option to do is just to ask the court to detain the child until that child reaches the age of majority, 19. And in other words, that child's just going to remain in custody. And once that child reaches that age of majority, that case will then be transferred to big boy court or big girl court, the state county court or state district court in that jurisdiction for adjudication as an adult. And that's a scary scenario and some pretty broad sweeping powers, but that way that juvenile offender is not in a position to be a future danger to the citizens of that county or of the state of Texas, and they can deal with that juvenile offender's offense when that juvenile offender has reached the age of 19. So these are the very serious offenses and the very serious options that the state of Texas has at its disposal to use. So just because in this video series I've said over and over that the purpose of the juvenile justice system is geared towards rehabilitation doesn't mean that the state of Texas won't do what it normally does to protect its citizens from the most serious offenses and offenders. Anyway, in closing, thank you again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a question or comment. And as always, we are sending out prayers for healing and strength as the world is trying to get back to work and people can provide for their families in light of the unending economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic. And we are praying for healing for our nation as we live up to the challenges resulting from the tragic death of Mr. Floyd, and how we as a nation must come together. And I'm reminded of the motto of our great nation, E pluribus unum, out of many we are one. God bless America. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for more in the studio on the juvenile justice system.